everybody, it's actually 2 days later than when I said I would check in with you next, but I didn't really know I was gonna bake today. Well, I didn't really plan for it. I just woke up and was like baking, and so I'm kind of already halfway through, but I just want to show you where I'm up to now. So these are my jams. Sorry that it's so backlit and then washed out. Let's take a closer look. So the first jam didn't really turn out very well. It was just apple on its own jam, and the reason it went so dark is because actually the sugar had caramelized and it was like absolutely solid. Like I couldn't even put a knife in there, like nothing happened. So I had to throw it away and start again. So now what we have here is blackberry and strawberry jam, and it tastes really good. I don't know if it's going to properly set. You can see it's still a little bit, but it is still really quite warm. I only finished cooking it about 20 minutes ago. And then the other variety of jam, I feel pretty certain it's going to set. This is apple and blackberry. So all the apples are from our garden, and the blackberries are again from our garden, what I found. And look, this one's still hot, and it is basically, I feel pretty confident that it's going to set, because like the little solid lumps on top are still actual lumps, whereas this one, you know, it has completely flattened out. So that's the jams. 2 of them are going to be a birthday present for my mum, probably give her the biggest one, and then 2 are going to be for us. So you'll see a pile of apple cores, and that's because, oh, you'll see a doggy too. Hey, hey, oh no, don't lick my hands, I'm cooking. Hey, oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Excuse the water damage on the floor. We're having the place renovated. Okay, so here you'll see the beginnings of an apple and peach crumble. So lucky for you, I don't measure anything, so I could just really quickly tell you what I did. I cored and peeled and chopped, like quite chunkily, 3 apples. They were the cooking apples, the like slightly more bitter ones. And then I just poured enough sugar, brown sugar, to cover them in the pan, and a little bit of nutmeg, and then I got that boiling, and then as they started breaking down, I added the peach, and then I've just added some raw apple, but of our edibles, because I like there to be a few lumps, but it to mainly be almost like apple saucy. So that's hopefully how that should turn out. And then here, again, I just added some wheat-free flour, some sugar, and then a dollop of butter. And it's because the crumble part I do by texture, I don't do it by measurements. So you just add your like plonk of butter in there, and then like cut it all up like that. My like bowl is just spinning kind of on its own. And then when you've got it kind of lumpy, you just take your hand in and you just get crumbling. So you just run it through your fingers. So you want to pick up like a floury bit and then like a buttery bit, and just crumble it. And you just keep going. So I'll check in when I'm done. Okay, this is what we've got. So I didn't explain it very well. Basically, it's equal amounts of caster sugar and flour. I'm using wheat-free. You want plain flour, if you don't really want it to rise. And then you're adding butter until literally it's this crumbly kind of texture. So now that we have that, oh, I feel like I should say the dog didn't actually lick my hand. There was no contact. Bobo, go find your toy. Go find your toy. Where's your toy? What's this? Find your toy. Yeah, so smart. Okay, so now what we do is just pour it on our fruit. Like that. And then crumble it just to make sure it'll be all nice and lovely. So my technique is to pat it down a little bit, like this, and then fluff it up a little bit, if that makes sense. There we go, just to make sure there's no like air bubbles. And then that's gonna go in the oven. I got my mum's bread oven. So there's nothing in here, it's still very hot because it's just finished. Here is the first loaf of bread I've ever made. I put that hole in just now to check that it's all cooked. It's nice and spongy. So now I'm going to try to get it out. I don't really know how to get it out. I'm just going to tip it upside down and just see what happens, I guess. Oh, it's come out. Did that come out? Oh my god! Can you see the steam coming off that? Oh, it's hot. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Look at my loaf of bread. Look at that. So the kneading paddle is still inside, so I'm just going to cut that out now. Do I just... No, it's going further in. No. Oh, there we go. Just lift it. Oh, it's so hot. Ooh. I don't know if it should still... It's a bit doughy. Yeah, I don't know if it's properly cooked yet. I'm going to take a slice, and if it's not finished, I'll just pop it back to bake. So this is what it looks like inside. It's quite bready, but it's also very, very moist. There is still a lot of moisture there. So I think I'm going to pop it back together and pop it in for a few more minutes. Maybe another 15 minutes. So I've got the one side in. Now just slide in the other side. So it's like that. Probably not the way you're supposed to do it, but hey. Okay, so let's see, we want 11, yes. Don't want to keep it warm. Let's do 15 minutes. And that bake there, that means that it's doing it, and the timer, the flashing as well. See you in 15 minutes, Mr. Bread. Okay, so here's my bread. It's really, really soft and fluffy, but I think it might also be a bit hard, and it doesn't really have any kind of a top to it. There's no crust because it's fallen. You can see there from the side of it. But for my very first go, I'm kind of happy with it. So I'm just going to put some of my homemade jam and some butter on, and then see how it tastes. Okay, I'm back with some more autumn crafts. I have to be quiet because it's about 6 in the morning, which also explains the horrible fluorescent overhead lighting, because there's no natural daylight at the moment. So I'm going to be paper macheing, a pumpkin to create a vase, and then I'm going to cut the top off, and that's going to be a bowl. So what I've done is taken a punch balloon. They look like this, and when you blow them up they're completely round, and they have this little elastic bands that you can punch with them. I don't need that, but it has a hole in the top which is really good for string. So I strung it to create like a pumpkin shape. You can see the ridges there, and now I'm just going to begin paper macheing. I'm going to use tissue paper as it's quite easy. I've got my PVA solution. I would love to time lapse it, but I just haven't got the time today, so to like set my camera up and everything. So I'm going to check back in with you when I'm finished paper macheing the first layer. Hi everybody. So here I am. I thought I would catch you up before I got too far along. The eager-eyed among you will probably notice that that is a red balloon now and not a blue one. That is because as soon as I picked it up when I stopped filming to begin my project, it instantly popped. I think it just caught my ring or an item of jewellery or something, but yeah, so I had to blow it all up and start again. So I did a few layers using tissue paper, and now I have created these, I don't know, but I guess they're just spines, so that those ridges, you know, the classic pumpkin ridges, are more defined. And there they are once I've actually paper mache'd over them. Again, we have our little helper here. Hello, you! You actually can't see him very well. Hello, you! He's the radiator's on to dry this, and he just loves him some heat, so he is enjoying that quite a bit. So I am 3 down, 5 to go. I'll let that dry and catch back in with you in a bit. Okay, so it's been a moment since I filmed. I had a few issues with my phone that it wasn't letting me record anything. Something to do with iCloud, guys. I don't know, I'm not a computery person. But anyway, whilst I was having those issues, that was like my only day off. So I just cracked on with this design of this pumpkin. So it's huge, I think you can see. So I believe the last time you saw me, I was still paper macheing it. So I've actually gone through, finished all the paper mache. Let's see if I can take you under the light, and then you'll be able to see it a little bit more. Please excuse our paintwork we're having done at the moment. We're renovating our place, so at the moment it's a little bit messy. So after that, I varnished it twice and sanded it each time, so that like the harsher kind of details were like smoothed out. I really like the texture that's left. I just think it's so cool. And then after the second varnish and sand, I painted it. 2 coats of orange, and then I put this brown down the middle, and then I gave it a final varnish. So it's been varnished inside as well, and now it's ready to become our Halloween tree. Okay guys, so that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. So I've got a few more videos coming up that are also like seasonally themed. The next one is taking a pretty ugly vintage dress and transforming it into like a really lovely-ish Halloween dress. And I'm about halfway through filming and editing that one. So yeah, that should go up to like a little bit more towards the end of October, I should think. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this, so thank you for watching, and you can subscribe if you want to see more kind of things like this. Bye guys!